It's time now for This Week in Rock and Roll History, brought to you by Tom Tayback and the Daddy-O's. Take a moment to stroll with us down memory lane to the good old days, those rock and roll gold days.
Hi everybody, Tom Tayback here. Happy to be your tour guide going back to the good old days of soda shops and sock hops in the gym. How about we start this trip in 1955? The Blue Moon Boys headlined at an amusement park in New Orleans. Who were the Blue Moon Boys? Scotty Moore, Bill Black, DJ Fontana, and Elvis Presley. And speaking of Elvis, this week in 1956, he records Blue Suede Shoes for Sun Records. 1957, Decca Records announces that Bill Haley and his Comets have sold over 1 million copies of Rock Around the Clock in the UK alone. And while we're talking Bill Haley, he arrives in Southampton, England aboard the Queen Elizabeth ocean liner for his UK concert debut. He's greeted by 5,000 fans at the dock. Bill Haley thus became the first American rock and roll artist to tour the UK. Let's take it to 1958. Elvis Presley crams in one more recording session before reporting to the Army. This session produces Wear Your Ring Around My Neck, which will hit number 3 on the charts shortly after the Army barber gives Elvis his first buzz cut. More from 1958. The Royal Teens enter the chart with what will be their biggest hit, Short Shorts. It climbs all the way to number 3. This week in 1959, Frankie Avalon releases his biggest hit, Venus, which will rise to number 1. This week in 1961, the Shirelles became the first girl group to score a number 1 hit with Will You Love Me Tomorrow. They'll go on to place 10 more songs in the top 40. At 24, Bobby Darin becomes the youngest recording artist to headline his own TV special. Bobby Darin and Friends airs on NBC. 1962, Gene Chandler tops the charts for a 5-week run with the Duke of Earl. Also, Ringo Starr appeared live with the Beatles for the first time when he filled in for the regular drummer Pete Best. They played 2 shows that day, lunchtime at the Cavern Club in Liverpool and a nighttime show at the Kingsway Club in Southport, England. This week in 1963, the Beach Boys record Surfin' USA. It'll climb the charts to number 3, but gets heard by Chuck Berry, who recognizes it as a note-for-note copy of Sweet Little 16. Following a lawsuit, Berry is granted writing credits and royalties. 1964, Beatlemania comes to the U.S. when I Wanna Hold Your Hand becomes just the first of 20 number 1 U.S. hits. It'll stay on top for 7 weeks and sell over 15 million copies worldwide. The British invasion had officially begun. 1965, Shirley Ellis hits number 3 with a novelty tune called The Name Game. 1966, an instrumental called No Matter What Shape by the T-Bones breaks into the top 10 after being featured in Alka-Seltzer commercials. And lastly, this week in 1968, exactly 9 weeks after marrying Elvis, Priscilla gives birth to Lisa Marie at Baptist Memorial Hospital in Memphis.
If this is your kind of music, you'll love our 50s and 60s Graffiti Gold Show with Tom Tayback and the Daddy-O's, a 90-minute blast from the past. For booking information, show dates, locations, and tickets, visit GraffitiGoldShow.com. That's GraffitiGoldShow.com. Be there or be square, GraffitiGoldShow.com.